Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we got to talk about Monica McNutt and some of the comments she made about the Knicks as far as they're on the 3 game winning. Well, actually, scratch that 4 game winning streak currently, and they have the Denver Nuggets tonight. And she got to talk with some Knicks fans or answer their questions on Instagram. And one of the things she was talking about was how the physicality that the refs are allowing them to play with is good for the team. You have Jalen Brunson who loves to take charges, someone like Josh Hart that's all up in your face. The team's identity is built on toughness. Now, OG Anunoby hasn't been able to get fully healthy. He's been in and out lately. Julius Randle, they're obviously missing that bull in the China shop down low. But the thing is, they haven't lost their identity in the midst of this. And Jalen Brunson has been on a tear as of recent. He's been on a tear all season, but he's had some statement games on some really good point guards, most notably De'Aaron Fox and Steph Curry. Went and got that win in Golden State, dropped 40 something on Fox. And Josh Hart has been having triple doubles, and this guy, I'm so impressed with him. And this is why I always say you have to be careful when you start trading all your assets for a person that averages a lot of points, because I don't think, if you give up Josh Hart and all these other pieces for like a Donovan Mitchell, then Steph and Stephen A. Smith once, but he's been wrong the whole time. You don't trade all these pieces that allows you to have some injuries and you can hold it in the road till people get back for a guy. Say you get Donovan Mitchell, he has the injury. Now you done traded all this depth away, and now you just chugging along, pulling up G Leaguers to try to get through the season until you can get back. So I don't necessarily subscribe to that. It has to be LeBron James or something like that for me to just give away assets, right? So let's listen to what Monica McNutt had to say.
Thank you. No worries. I can just build this in the room. Oh, thank you so much. I got a complimentary croissant. Yes. All right, let's talk. 3-0 on the road trip. Shout out to the Knicks. What y'all got? Real questions only. Okay. Thank you. Management. You think? It has certainly been a lot of fun filling in for Clyde. And 3-0 for me personally is not too shabby a start. I can't wink. This one's tough. Deuce played amazing. We all know that. I think Denver's size and their depth poses a problem. He could end up playing 30 plus minutes, but I do think you probably need to go with Precious in the starting lineup for size, and you need somebody to carry the bench because Denver's a deep team. I could be wrong, but that's my thought. One, thank you. Y'all know I appreciate the love from this fan base. And for folks that don't feel the same way, that's cool too. The human experience is to have opinions. What is that? Chopstick. I don't know, something. I actually love the way that the games have been officiated, and I think the players do as well. It is much better for the Knicks in particular. Jalen still is a nightmare in terms of taking charges. The strength of Josh, OG, Julius when healthy, they just get to play. They get to play. I love it. I think it's great for this team in particular. Their defense is obviously rooted in their ability to play a physical brand of basketball. And like Tibbs always says, everybody involved just wants it to be consistent. This, I think, is interesting. Again, I said earlier, I don't think it's going to be a consistent thing in the starting lineup the rest of the way. Of course, first of all, you hope Anunoby is solid and can get back sooner rather than later. But I do know for a fact that Tibbs likes the way that the two of them play together. When you talk about Anunoby, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, Tibbs is a big fan of their versatility. He's also a big net rating guy, and I'm sure Deuce's net rating was off the chart after Golden State. But if you make this a combo more times than not, two things happen. What's going to happen to your rotations? Yes, Jalen sometimes is on the floor with second unit guys, but Deuce is your backup point guard to give Jalen a breather. So what happens to your rotations? Two, what happens to your bench productivity? Because Deuce is the most consistent guy off the bench right now. But interesting. I think that no one should underestimate what Josh does. Because your boy, incredibly gifted, he takes tremendous care of his body. He just wants to compete. He just wants to fight. He just wants to win. We all know fully healthy is still the asterisk around this team, although they've been impressive navigating injuries. But Josh Hart, y'all, protect him at all costs. Because he's a guy every other team in the league would happily add to their team, no matter whether they got big-time stars or they're rebuilding. Because he's just that kind of player. And Knicks fans should completely enjoy and appreciate him. I didn't do mine yet. Okay, so we about to go to dinner. Honestly, yes. Can you see me? Can you see it? Me in a Clyde jacket?
Yeah, man. So one of the things that Monica McNutt was speaking about was the impact of Josh Hart. And I want to speak on that. When you can have several bigs go down, you missing Mitchell Robinson, you missing Julius Randle unexpectedly for a large portion of the season. I guess you kind of expect Mitch to be missing at times at this point. But then you were missing Hartenstein. Then Jericho Sims got hurt. So I think Precious and somebody had to play all the 5 minutes. They even signed Taj Gibson at one point. And you have someone like Josh Hart, who's 6'5", 6'4", somewhere in there, but he rebounds with the best of them in the league. One of the best rebounders in the league, period. He'll go out there and get you a triple-double, and he doesn't necessarily have a bag where you'll say he's an offensive player, but it seems like every 50-50 ball, every loose ball, anytime a play needs to be made that can change the tide of a game that's not scoring, he's right there in the mix, in the midst of it all. And that's his best skill, his knack for the basketball, his knack for the other plays that lead to momentum switches. He is a momentum switching guy. Now he can score, he can make threes, he can drive, he has this one move in the open court where you know what he's going to do, but he's kind of coming at you real physical and fast. So a lot of people don't time it right where he does that one-step layup, and becomes a one-man fast break. But, and it's true, sometimes he gets himself stuck in the air on passes. He may make some bad plays, but you live with that because, like Monica said, Josh Hart is one of those guys that any NBA team would love to have because he's going to make winning plays, whether you have a title contending team or you have, or you just rebuilding, like she said. He will be probably a sixth man anywhere because you just have to play him. As a coach, he's doing everything you're asking out of your role players. He has mastered that, and that's a skill, and that's a gift to be able to and then get inserted in the starting lineup when needed. And so this guy, he's so valuable, and this is why people talking about Donovan Mitchell's and those level players. No, it would have to be for me to give up all the young talent. And I think hindsight now, if they were able to keep the young man they traded to Detroit that played at Houston, Quentin Grimes, I feel like his youthfulness and stuff is better than like what Alec Burke bring at this point. Bogdanovich may play better when they get all the guys back and he is firmly in his bench role because he can score really well. So maybe that trade does work out, but Alec Burke for Quentin Grimes, that part right there of the trade is definitely a no for me. But I think the Knicks, they were trying to retool and position themselves to be making a deep run in the playoffs, and they wanted to add some more tough veterans, and they feel like Bogdanovich's shot making will come in handy at some point in the postseason because he does have the type of shooting ability and scoring ability that in a 7-game series, if he catches fire, he might be instrumental in you winning 2 or 3 of those games where he could, he's one of those guys that can go for 30. So you want to have those type of guys on your team in the playoffs, especially if you have Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson back to do the day-to-day leading on offense. You have a bonus guy like that who can step up and perform at that level at times. So I understand their thought process and why they did what they did, but just waiting to see that trade materialize. But a part of it has been because OG and um, Randall has missed substantial time. So I really like this Knicks team, man. I really like the identity players. I want to know what you guys think about Mitchell Robinson because I know a lot of Knicks fans are saying when Mitch comes back, he's the starter. And I like Hartenstein better because he's more of a threat on offense. Um, he'll make his free throws. I understand Mitch is a superior rim protector and stuff like that, but you can't shoot 40 something from the line, 30 something from the line. You can't. You just can't because that's a turnover. I call those turnovers when you shoot such a low percentage. You're not even, it's not like you Shaq or somebody, right? Where you are so gifted offensively that, okay, we getting people in foul trouble. He's still dunking them through the rim and he just missing the extra free throw most of the times. Where we have to just live with that. You're missing bunnies by the rim and missing free throws. So if it's not a lob, you kind of are limited offensively, and you've been injured so much. Do you throw off the rhythm of what the team had when Randall was playing to put Mitch back in the starting lineup, or should Mitch be happy coming off the bench at this point? That's just my observation. Um, Not saying it's right or wrong. I just want to hear from Knicks fans and what they think about it. But let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.